friends to Preschool Explorers Storytime here at the West Fargo Public Library. Let's go ahead and jump right in with our welcome song. Guys, remember the actions? Point your friends, and your friends. And what kind of books do we read? Big books and short books and small books and tall books. Okay, here we go. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. The more we read together, the more we read together, the happier we'll be. Read big books and small books and short books and tall books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Great job, everyone! So today, we're going to explore some popular folk tales. Do you know any? Folk tales are just like fairy tales, except they generally have a lesson to go along with them. Maybe you've heard of some of these. The Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf? What about Little Red Riding Hood? Or Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Did some of those sound familiar? They're just a small amount of the folk tales out there. In fact, different parts of the world have different folk tales. Sometimes they're the same and sometimes they're very different. It's really cool. So the books I'm going to share today are all a little bit mixed up folk tales. So, be fun. The first book is called The Great Grand Plan. It's by Ellie Woolard and illustrated by Stephen Lenton. And it's all about a little pig who finds out that the big bad wolf is on his way to eat Gran. Uh-oh. So the little pig tries to save her. Do you think he'll make it in time? I don't know. Let's go ahead and read it and find out. Here's that pig. The pig had a house in the wild, wild wood. It was safe, it was strong, it was snug, it was good. So when the bad wolf started howling and prowling and skulking and scowling and grizzling and growling, the pig said, "Old wolf, you can blow till you're blue, but you'll not break my house down, whatever you do." The wolf simply glared and slunk slowly away. But there on the pathway the very next day, the pig found a note that said, there's the note, says, "Top secret plot. Number 1, eat the 3 little pigs." That didn't go so well, did it? So the wolf crossed it off. Number 2, gobble Red Riding Hood's Gran nice and hot. Yikes! "No," cried the pig. "Oh, my trusty old trotter, that stinky old flea bag, that wily old rotter." And he leapt to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that Gran! I'll snatch him, I'll catch him, that wolf won't escape. But first what I need is a super pig cape." So he dashed through the town till he came to a stall. They hadn't a cape, but they gave him a shawl. That'll work, right? I see him there. Then he leaped to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that Gran!" Now, I'll have to be sneaky. I might have to spy. Binoculars, yes, I should give them a try. So he dashed to the shop, and there weren't any there. What's he going to use? But he did find some rather fine specs. The last pair. Then he leaped to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that Gran!" Did he get up now? Do you have glasses now too? "I'll swoop on that wolfie, I'll hoop him, I hope. But now what I need is some lovely strong rope." So he dashed to the city. The shops were so full, but the rope was sold out. Oh, look at that. That guy beat him to it. But he did find some wool. Then he ran to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that Gran!" There he is. he's ready? Let's find out. But just as he came to the edge of the wood, he stepped most abruptly, as there the wolf stood. Red Riding Hood's Granny? Well, how do you do? Strangely enough, I've been searching for you. Although I admit that it's quite a surprise. You've a strange nose and such small piggy eyes. Does the wolf think that the pig is the Gran? Uh-oh. Gran, thought the pig, and he took a long look. He kind of does look like a granny, doesn't he? Yeah. He quivered and quaked and shivered and shook. Oh no, he's scared. The wolf eyed him up and started, nice and plump, not old and not chewy. Just look at that rump. You'll taste rather rare on a roll, I would bet. And he lunged at the pig, but then down came a net. And there in the wood was Red Riding Hood's Gran, who cried, think we can't catch you? You bet that we can. Oh, it was Granny that came to the rescue. Look at that. You wicked old wolf, you may huff, you may puff, but I'm telling you now I have had quite enough. And she tied up the wolf from his nose to his tail, and together they took him and dropped him in jail. Yikes. Thanks, cried the pig, but the Gran said, thank you. That wolf would have minced me for grey granny stew. And linking together, they danced out a jig, the wolf-busting Gran and the clever young pig. Yes, they both said, we're an excellent team. And the wolf never came there again, it would seem. You guys see the wolf anywhere? Maybe. He might be there. That's the end. So did that end how you thought it would? It's not what I thought the first time I read it. The granny actually saved the pig. It was a good thing she was around, though. I bet they really are going to make an excellent team. So, our flannel activity today is actually pretty scrumptious. You could even say delicious, because we have, you ready? Some gingerbread man. You guys see that? Have you guys heard of the story? The gingerbread man? He runs, right? He's super fast, and he runs, and he tricks people along the way until finally he gets caught. Well, I don't think these ones are going to be running anytime soon. Do you? I guess we'll find out. But they are fresh and hot from the oven, so we can't touch, even though they look so yummy. Maybe if we talk about them while they cool off. How does that sound? How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 gingerbread men. Can you tell? Are they the same or are they different? They're different, are they? Aren't they? Yeah. This one is tan and this one's brown. But that one's tan again. Yeah. But what about their buttons? Are those the same? No. We have color yellow. This one's a little tricky with the camera, but that's pink. And what's the last one? It's green, isn't it? Yeah. They all have, are they all smiling? Nope. This one's surprised, but the other 2 are smiling. What else? I still think they're too hot to eat. How many buttons do they have? How many buttons? 1, 2, 3. 3 buttons. But how many buttons total? Should we count? Can you guys count that many? Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 buttons altogether. I know I'm not supposed to eat one yet, but you won't tell, right? It can be our little secret. Okay, I'm going to sneak just one. Okay? What happened? He ran away. Surely that won't happen again. I'm going to sneak this one, okay? This one looks even tastier. me too. Okay, I'm going to have to be extra sneaky. I'm going to have to give you guys also be super quiet because I'm going to get this one, okay? Here we go. I'm going to get it. Oh, thank goodness. Now there are no more cookies. Aw, it's kind of sad. But you know what? I probably shouldn't eat right now, should I? No, I still have books to read with you guys. It's not very nice to chew with your mouth full, is it? No. So, where's our next book? Ah, here it is. Oh, this one looks pretty cool. Are you guys excited for a cool book? Okay, this is Hansel and Gretel Ninja Chicks. And it's written by Corey Rosen Schwartz and Rebecca J. Gomez and illustrated by Dan Santo. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Ninja Chicks, how cool does that sound? Okay, there they are. Once upon a menacing time, two chicks knew a fox was at large. Their ma had been taken, and pa was quite shaken. So Hansel and Gretel took charge. They trained in the art of ninjutsu and practiced their wing throws and blocks. They learned how to creep without making a peep. Maybe they could have caught the cookies, so they wouldn't fall prey to that fox. One day they returned from the dojo to a coop in complete disarray. The signs of a tussle showed someone with muscle had dragged their dear papa away. Oh. They quickly surveyed their surroundings. The fox had left prints in the dirt. Come on, we're not chicken. That fox needs a licking before our poor papa gets hurt. Gonna go rescue him. They trekked till they spotted a feather. It looks like we're on the right track. They kept up the chase, dropping crumbs just in case, so they'd easily find their way back. The forest grew twisted and tangled as Hansel and Gretel searched on. The light faded fast, and they noticed at last that the trail and the breadcrumbs were gone. Oh no, they're lost. They shuddered and groped in the darkness. We're lost, whispered Hansel with dread. They weaved and they wound, and they kept roaming around until they saw a light up ahead. It came from a cottage of cornbread. Let's eat, Hansel clucked with delight. She nibbled away till she heard someone say, My dear, come on in for a bite. I'll whip up some quick teriyaki while we wait for the tea cakes to bake. Why not? Hansel reckoned, off guard for a second. Who is it? Is it the fox? Then quickly she saw her mistake. She gasped and then dashed to the corner where Pop was confined in a crate. Watch out, Papa cried. You'll be chicken pie-pied. She sidestepped, but it was too late. No, the wolf got her. The fox plucked her up in a hurry and shoved her right into the pen. You're scrawny and tough, but you're plump soon enough. For now, I'll just stir-fry this hen. The fluttering hen looked familiar. It's Mama, cried Hansel in shock. Hansel was scared, but she came well prepared. I bet I can jimmy this lock. That'd be cool if she could. Outside in the dark, Gretel listened, dismayed at the fox's misdeed. She climbed to the flue and squeezed her way through with ninja-like silence and speed. See that? She climbed down the chimney right there. Then Gretel swooped in and snatched Mama and swiftly adjusted her stance. The fox took a leap, but with one feathered sweep, the chick boldly blocked her advance. Not bad, said the fox, striding towards them. Give up, Gretel clucked, undeterred. The fox said, surrender? No way, chicken tender. Your cheap little threats are absurd. The fox charged and grappled with Gretel, a flurry of feathers and fur. The fox held her tight, but Gretel wrenched right as something zipped past with a whir. Was it Hansel? With the fox in a daze, Gretel vaulted as Hansel and Papa broke free. Yay, she broke the lock. With one wicked spin, Hansel kicked the fox in. You're done with your chick frying spree. She slammed the door shut and then locked it. The fox crumpled, looking unnerved. You two ninja chicks got us out of that fix, and just as not dinner was served. Look at all the people they saved. From then on, they made it their mission to rescue, protect, and defend. They'd work night and day to liberate prey till birdnapping came to an end. There we go. They're at their good work again. And that's the end. Wow. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Hansel and Gretel really saved the whole family, and then they went on to save more people. That was very brave of them, and they trained really hard to be able to do that. It takes a lot of hard work and discipline in order to practice ninjutsu as well as they did. So today our song is another classic favorite. So it's Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. Do you guys know that one? What do we start off with? We touch our head, our shoulders, and then our knees, and our toes way down there. And then what else is there in the song, team member? We repeat that. And then we go eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Okay. You guys think you got this? Let's go ahead and sing it all together, okay? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Good job. You guys want a challenge? Can we do it super, super fast? Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Whew. I'm glad I'm sitting because I'm very tired now. Oh my goodness. So while we're catching our breath, how about we go ahead and read our last book? So this is called The Three Triceratops Tough. And it's written and illustrated by Stephen Shaskin. Dinosaurs. Ooh, this will be good. Here we go. Once upon a time, 68 million years ago, there lived three Triceratops brothers who went by the name of Tough. Stanley Tough, Rufus Tough, and Bob Tough. Food grew scarce for everyone, so the Toughs set out to get some grub. There they go. Do you see any food? No, there's none. They came upon a valley. On the other side, lush vegetation grew. Plenty for everyone. Look at that grass. Dinner is served, said Rufus. Not so fast, said Bob, for at the bottom of the valley stood a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yikes. Doesn't look very nice. What are we waiting for? Asked Stanley. Let's go get that grub. And he marched right down into the valley. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Who is that clip clomping through my valley? Roared the T-Rex. The name is Tough, Stanley Tough, and I'm crossing this valley to get some grub. Not so fast, Stanley, said the T-Rex. Dinner is served. And you're it! But my bigger brother is on his way, said Stanley. He'd make a much better meal for someone as mighty as you. Then scram, squirt, said the T-Rex, thinking himself quite lucky. He thinks he's going to get more food, doesn't he? Next, Rufus Tough headed down into the valley. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Who is that clip clomping through my valley? Roared the T-Rex. The name is Tough, Rufus Tough, and I'm just following my little brother so I can get some grub. Not so fast, Rufus, said the T-Rex. Dinner is served. And you're it! Oh no. But my biggest brother is on his way, said Rufus. He'd make a much better meal for someone as mighty as you. Then take a hike, Half-Pint, said the T-Rex, thinking himself even luckier than before. Next, Bob Tough headed down to the valley. How big he is. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Finally, roared the T-Rex, dinner is served. Not so fast, said Bob. I have a much better idea for someone as mighty as you. Hit the road, Rex. Bob served the T-Rex such a mighty blow with his tail that he was knocked clear out of the valley and never seen again. And then, at last, dinner was served. Make it to the other side? For everyone. Yay! Guess it was a happy ending for everyone except the T-Rex, huh? Yeah. So what did you think of the story? Did it seem a little familiar? It's actually based off of the folktale The Three Billy Goats Gruff. So this time we just have dinosaurs instead of goats and a troll. Kind of fun too, though, isn't it? So we've come to the end of Storytime this week. And our craft today is actually a little bit more like a challenge. I want to challenge you to work with your adult and think of one of your favorite folktales or stories and then create puppets for each character. And then, and this is the coolest part, you're going to put on your own puppet show and retell the story. So you can use one of the folktales we talked about today, or maybe you can ask your adult if they know a really cool one that they could share with you. There are so many good options for you to choose from, and I bet you have lots of things around the house to make your puppets. You could draw them on paper and color them, and you cut them out and you can put them on a straw or a popsicle stick, or if they're small enough, you can wrap paper around it, and then you can have finger puppets to tell the story. Toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls are also really great bases for puppets. So if you guys would like to share your creations in the comments, we would love to see them. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back again next week for some more Storytime fun. I'll see you guys then, okay? Bye!